thick air carries the low hum of old tubes and the faint, sweet scent of burning dust, a steady thrum against the city's distant rumble. Hand-labeled vinyl sleeves lean against stacks of Xeroxed manifestos. Anansi's custom meters blink, a pulse in the dim light of the reclaimed substation.
Black Star Pirate Radio.
Orengizik checks in at 60 degrees and sunny. Airflow is southeast at about 2 miles per hour. The Boom X-Format Creative Development Program just launched, a new patronage model for independent artists, yet it raises the structural tension between artistic freedom and corporate integration.
This blueprint, while offering new pathways, primarily exposes emerging digital artists to a subtle conditioning. Concrete fact, the business elevator predicts a 15% shift in cultural funding toward these models by Q4. Exposed, independent creators who often trade autonomy for platform access. Alternative, building robust, fully decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs, for art funding, entirely outside corporate structures. Next move. Artists engaging must demand transparent ownership clauses, specifically communal IP structures from day one.
We track the provenance of every creative output. Imagine the digital fingerprint of a musician's unreleased track, shared on a Boom platform. The cultural weave asks if that print confirms original intent or marks commercial capture. It's about preserving dignity in the metadata.
We've got someone on the line. Patching in a caller. You're on the signal.
So another corporate art initiative, just with more branding. Who really pays the long-term cultural cost for this patronage?
That's the core question, caller. Moving from the architecture of creative funding, let's look at how civic architectures can spontaneously form, even under immense pressure. Somewhere, a capacitor creaks under the load. Hot metal. The console keeps its lights and its secrets. In Gaza, communities celebrated a World Cup victory, not of their own, but the Spanish women's national team, revealing an unexpected civic architecture of global solidarity amidst local constraint.
Debrief like designers, log the friction, script a small rule bend, and try it live.
Concrete fact. Residents in Khan Yunis and Gaza City gathered to watch and celebrate Spain's win over England in the 2023 Women's World Cup final, despite restricted movement and local challenges. Exposed. Palestinian communities seeking shared joy, and subtly, local authorities whose narratives might differ from this external focus. Alternative. Investing deeply in Palestinian sports infrastructure, specifically supporting local women's football leagues like the one in Gaza, to foster internal pride. Leveraging these moments of international connection to amplify local voices through Gig Passport mesh community rooms, showcasing Gaza's own champions and narratives to a global audience.
This isn't just a football game. It's a civic architecture of joy built on shared emotion. Imagine the collective cheer in a crowded Rafah cafe when Olga Carmona scored, a moment of pure, unadulterated human connection, proving dignity is a universal language.
We've got another caller. You're live on the signal.
But is adopting an outside team a real solution or just a temporary distraction? Who pays the cultural cost of not celebrating your own?
A vital point on where we place our collective heart, caller. Now, from structures of communal identity, we pivot to the stark realities of individual liberty and the architectures of legal protection. The arrest by ICE of human rights lawyer Chun Li, who fled China's crackdown, highlights the profound tension between stated US asylum values and the actual mechanisms of legal protection.
Attorney Chun Li, a prominent advocate who documented abuses from the 709 crackdown, was detained by ICE at LAX in late 2023 while seeking political asylum, despite presenting clear evidence of persecution. Exposed. Human rights defenders globally, particularly those fleeing authoritarian regimes, and the U.S. asylum system itself, which risks appearing inconsistent. Alternative. The Department of Homeland Security could implement a specific humanitarian parole category for documented political dissidents, granting temporary protection and expedited asylum review. Next move. Immediate legal challenge to Lee's detention by pro bono organizations, demanding a public review of ICE protocols for asylum seekers with high-profile persecution records to ensure alignment with international legal standards.
It's a chilling cultural echo. Imagine the paper cage. A lawyer who spent their life fighting for justice with documents, now trapped by the very bureaucratic paper of the asylum system. It's a stark reminder of how architectures of exclusion can undermine the very dignity they claim to uphold.
Another caller on the line. Go ahead.
So America preaches human rights abroad, but then arrests those who embody that struggle. Who pays the geopolitical price for that hypocrisy?
That question cuts to the structural integrity of our global stance, caller. On that note, we've reached the end of our transmission.
Rules bent wisely.
Black Star Pirate Radio.
Continue the signal at TogeeVision.com. Tune in, Sparks and Stories, Gig Passport.